Welcome back to Your Carolina. You know, the Table Rock fire was a huge news story both locally and nationally. And this morning's Kids Corner, Dr. Martha Durham with North Main Counseling is going to kind of give us perspective and explain maybe the behavior from the psychological perspective about, you know, why things, you know, sometimes happen. And then on the other side, why there's a mob mentality, like when someone does something in the news, why we all feel like we got to jump in and just blast them. Let's start with the, you know, the acts first.
Yeah. So I'll be honest with you, when we have some land up there.
Right.
And, you know, we've taken a long time to clear it off slowly. And so we had a vested interest. And so when I started hearing about it, and then you hear, oh, these kids maybe started it, I kind of jumped on a bandwagon of, oh my gosh, that's terrible, right?
In your head, though. Like
in my head, yes. I did. I'd never go online and do things like that. That's
Unlike
terrible.
everybody else that did.
Right.
Everybody did. So with these kids, I want to be really clear. I think they were young. They are young boys, maybe impulsive, not thinking, maybe thoughtless, okay? And probably didn't know anything about a band, a burn ban. Yeah.
Or the debris or Helene, all that stuff, like any flicker of a cigarette.
It's kindling. That's kindling, y'all. I'm also married to a firefighter, so I will say, yeah, natural burning actually happens.
For sure.
You know,
and Table Rock was,
it's a good thing.
Yeah,
it's a good
Table Rock
thing.
needed that,
They
but
did.
not necessarily intentionally.
Exactly, which I don't think was intentional.
Right.
Okay, so I feel bad for them because one of my impulsive boys might have done the same thing.
Right.
Sure.
What I noticed is a lot of people really jumped on them. And so there's this idea of mob mentality or social contagion where when a whole group of people is saying something, it almost feels like an authority. And a lot of times we'll follow authority.
Yes.
Does that make sense? Or lose our minds and just kind of go wild. There's a lot of research on this.
Yes.
And you'll see that in social media. Like there's a drumbeat. You know, the news has to report it.
Yeah.
And
Of course.
now we're 24/7, so you're reporting it all the time.
Yep.
So then people are watching, and then online they're commenting.
Yep.
Right? And that builds up this drumbeat of a mob mentality. Let's get the people who did this.
Yes.
It's super dangerous.
Yes.
Right?
Because one, like, you never know, like, I mean, people do stupid stuff all the time.
Yes.
Again, no excuse for it, but
That's right.
it happens. You make a mistake. Like, how many mistakes did you make as a kid? We got away with, like, just getting in trouble with our parents, grandparents, and the schools.
Because it was not
I
on
didn't have a whole
news.
people on social media coming at me, be like, Megan, I can't believe you. I mean, that could change your life.
And there's a
in
camp
really
of
bad way.
understanding that these teenagers obviously need to be, they have been reprimanded for what they've done.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you also need to be like, these kids also have, like, their mentality needs to be, you know, taken care of too. You want to make sure that they're being badgered and badgered and badgered, because what happens to them?
Right.
You know?
So then you can actually turn into someone who's angry. And if you want to talk about arson and why people do things like that, which is not these kids.
Right.
Okay. But some people think that you can have a bunch of trauma, you can become angry, you can want revenge and do things like that against the government, against whoever, okay? Yes, that's a criminal act. I am not making any excuses for that. And I'm a fan of, even if you've got some mental health stuff going on, you're going to have to pay a price for your actions.
Right.
Okay, but you don't want somebody to do things like that because of a trauma.
Right.
Okay, and then there's probably sociopathy, like when people destroy property and want to hurt other people. That's about being a sociopath probably, or what we call antisocial, an antisocial personality disorder. That's completely separate from these boys.
Right.
But that might be why criminal destruction happens if you look at people who intentionally set fires. Does that make sense?
And is that like a clue too that maybe someone you know maybe because you know what I'm saying? Like, is it the whole like? Are they mean to animals?
Yes.
Are they mean to younger siblings?
Yes.
Like,
now listen, we got to watch out with the mean to younger siblings.
right, because that's, I was like, diagnose our whole family because we're you know.
But cruelty to animals is a pretty big indicator. Not having any regard for the law, other people's property, other people's selves.
So
It's pretty clear when you meet a person like that, or you can look at their behaviors over time.
Can you fix that?
So
I mean,
the jury's out. So I think there are two kinds. There's one kind that's born and one kind that's created. So when I said you don't want to attack people who are innocent and create
that,
an antisocial feeling in them where they might try to harm others. I think there's people are sometimes born like that. And if you think about it, you can be born without a limb, right?
Right.
So you might be born without what you need in your brain to have empathy and impulse control and all these things and kindness and care for others. I'm not so sure that those people can be rehabilitated. What I would say is most of them don't go out and kill and destroy property because they want to stay free.
Right.
So everybody who has that isn't doing these things, but once they start, I kind of feel like some of them aren't going to be able to be rehabilitated.
Yeah.
That's my
yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
Right.
Based
But,
on some research.
Hey,
Yeah.
therapy is nothing but you hearing the stuff that you maybe don't want to hear,
Yes.
but you
Yes.
need to hear it.
Yes,
Yes.
So-
yes. Listen though, folks like that aren't coming to therapy.
Right.
You know
Yeah.
who comes to therapy? People.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank goodness.
Right.
Because therapy is about taking care of problems in your life so you can succeed and reach your full potential.
Sure. Right.
Usually those folks aren't coming in because they don't think they need to change. Who comes in are the people impacted by people like that.
Like that.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
just unpacked so much this morning on Kids
Very
Corner.
true.
If
We
you
did.
need a little more unpacking, look Martha up. Her and her team are great people.
North Main Counseling.
NorthMainCounseling.com.
Thanks,
Thank you,
y'all.
Doc. Very good.